guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angelina and today I decided to make a fall/sultry sort of makeup look for you. I'm really excited for this video because I know that there's some of you who maybe aren't the best at makeup, but this look, although it looks a little bit complicated, it really isn't. If you guys are interested in seeing how I made this look, then please continue watching my video and please subscribe because I have a lot of videos coming soon. I'm going to be getting my new camera very soon and that way I can start my vlogging. My tutorials will be better quality. At least the video will be. Stay tuned for that. Please go and follow my beauty Instagram. I'm going to have a lot of stuff posted on there very soon too because homecoming and weddings and this and that are coming up. So I'll put all of that in the description and at the end of this video if you're curious to follow me. Thanks so much for being here and please stay tuned for my video. So I'm starting with the bare face and I'm just using my Becca Blacklight Priming Filter. And I just am using a little bit because a little goes a long way. So just dab all over your face and then blend it in. Now I'm taking my Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation in the shade Sand. And I'm just going to make lines all over my face. And then I'm going to buff it in with a buffing brush. I find that it works a lot better than using a damp beauty blender. It just really makes an airbrush sort of finish. Now using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in Light Sand, I'm going to conceal and highlight wherever I need to on my face, also covering any blemishes and dark circles that you guys might have, and just blend that in with your damp beauty blender, going back and forth to cover any creases. Now taking my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, I'm going to place that all underneath my eyes and wherever I feel like it needs to bake just for some extra protection from creasing later. I find that a damp beauty blender really helps pick up the product. Taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Soft Brown, I am just going to fill in my eyebrows, starting underneath and just building the brow on top and then filling it in. If you guys want to see a brow tutorial, just let me know and I will film one for you. Make sure you're brushing through your brows just to spread out the product. And now taking my M113 Morphe brush, I'm just going to dip it in the foundation and kind of line the top of my brow. The reason I don't use concealer on the top anymore is because it just is too light of a shade and it just doesn't really look natural. But I do take the concealer and line underneath my brow, just on the brow bone to highlight it. And this also works really well just to clean up the brow if you may have smudged the pomade or whatever. It just really makes it defined. Taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in Light to Medium, I'm just going to contour any part of my face that I want to create shadow, doing circular motions through my temple, my hairline, my cheekbones, and definitely under my jaw. Now I'm taking this brush and it's less dense, so I'm just going to take it along the kind of outside of the bridge of my nose and just create like a thinner nose appearance. And then I'm going to go back in and clean it up with translucent setting powder to create a very thin, defined nose. Now I'm going underneath my cheekbones with the translucent setting powder and I'm just going to clean up that to make it look super defined and chiseled, and I'm going to let it bake for a while. Sometimes the concealer starts to crease while you're doing all of that, so just definitely make sure that it's all blended before you start your eyeshadow. And then taking the translucent setting powder again and setting your eyelids with the concealer in that, just to create a very smooth finish before you start your eyeshadow. Using that same brush, I'm taking a transition shade and just putting it all in the crease, a little bit above and a little bit below. And then taking my M200 brush, I'm taking another shade and just defining it more and more and building more product on top of product until you get the darkness that you guys desire. Taking this shade with a small flat brush, I'm going to start closest to my lash line and just start building this darkness for a really smoky effect. And this is kind of a plumish sort of color, but you don't want to make it too defined on the eyelid just because you have to blend it and you don't want to see any harsh lines. So just make sure that you're just kind of placing it closest to your lash line and not too harshly. Now taking the M330 brush, it's a fluffy brush, but it also has a point to it. I'm taking this shade and I'm going to blend it in. Right in the crease, just combining the two shades together. Take your time on this, guys, because you don't want to see any harsh lines. It'll totally ruin the smoky effect. Now sometimes doing this lightens the shade that's on the eyelids, so sometimes you have to go back with the same flat brush or a bigger one and add a little bit more darkness on the lid, which is what I'm doing right here. Taking the M200 brush again, and these two shades combined, I'm taking it right in the crease and spreading it out and just kind of making the smoky eye exactly how I want it. It's really cool because you can add darkness or avoid darkness depending on your preference. But just make sure that you're blending. That's everything. And adding a little bit more darkness on my eyelids once again. Now taking the Naked Smoky palette in this bone white color, I'm going to go right underneath my eyebrow just to lighten it. And then taking the Jaclyn Hill palette in these two shiny shades, I'm going to go right underneath the brow bone and highlight it with the same brush. And then taking the M200 brush with nothing on it, I'm just blending it all together. Now with this fan brush, I'm just dusting away any of the powder that's still on my face because I'm done baking. Now with this brush, I'm just creating a smoky effect underneath the lower lash line. And then I'm taking a smaller one, and with the darker color, I'm going even closer to the lash line with the darker color and just kind of smoking it all out. Now I'm using my pinky because I think it picks up the most pigment. So I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eyes, and then with this blush palette, I'm going to use the peach shimmery shade in the middle with the M400 brush, and I'm just going to pat that on my cheeks. And then with the upper right corner blush, I'm going to just add a little bit more color. Dust away any leftover translucent powder. Now with the Revlon Skinny liquid eyeliner, I'm just going to create a line that's thick enough to hide the lash line when I put on my false lashes, but no thicker than that. And I'm doing without a wing today. Just put a little bit of mascara on and then pick your favorite false lashes, and I love these. Place them on your eyes. If you need to darken your eyelashes a little bit more, go ahead. And then using this bronzer, you can use any bronzer, and a fluffy brush, just kind of go along your whole face and add a little bit more bronze to it if you'd like. And then use setting spray to set your makeup, and then apply your highlighter after. I just find that it makes it so much more pigmented when you add it after. And then using my Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte Liquid Lipstick in Mudslide, I'm going to apply this beautiful lipstick on my lips. And that's it. So this is the final look. Here's your fall / sultry / homecoming / pumpkin patch / whatever you want look. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave me a thumbs up or a comment. I am so excited to see you guys in my very next video. Thank you so much, and you guys, God bless.